Hey, Sean from Open Pantry Co, and this is the Prep List, episode 3 of our location series. In the last 2 episodes, we looked at location as a strategic decision, the fit, the promise, and the lease behind it all. This episode is where we shift, because wherever you are right now, that's your location. And most venues are getting less out of their location than they could, not because of where it is, but because of how they're using it. Today is about making the most of what's already yours. The trend we'd like to flag is a passive venue. A passive venue is one that assumes the location will do the heavy lifting. It opens the doors, it posts the occasional offer, it relies on foot traffic, neighbourhood familiarity, and maybe a bit of marketing when things get quiet. And for a long time in hospitality, that was enough. It isn't anymore. Because the way people decide where to eat has fundamentally changed. They're not walking past and choosing. They're searching, scrolling, and filtering, and then walking to a decision they've already made. Which means your location is no longer just physical, it's digital, it's spatial. It's the experience of finding you, approaching you, and stepping inside. And every single one of those layers is something you can either design or ignore. The operators getting the most out of location right now are the ones treating it as an active asset, something that's shaped, worked on, and made to perform, not something they just happen to sit inside. Here's the tool for this episode, the 3 access points of location and how each one should be working for you. Access point 1, how guests find you. Google Maps, social, word of mouth, signage, your listing on every platform that matters. If someone is looking for what you offer, are you showing up or are you showing up well? Access point 2, how guests arrive. Parking, frontage, first impression, and the approach. The 10 seconds before someone walks through the door shape how the next 2 hours feel. That's location 2. Access point 3, how guests experience the space once inside. Your layout, your flow, your capacity, your rhythm of service. And you can have the best location in the best suburb and still squander it with the room that doesn't know what it wants to be. Work these 3 layers with the same intent you put into your menu. They're just as operational and they compound every single service. The operator move for this episode. Walk into your own venue as a first-time guest. Park where a guest would park. Walk up the way they'd walk up. Look at the signage the way they would. Read the board. Notice what greets you. Then sit in 3 different locations inside the dining room and just pay attention. What's loud, what's awkward, what feels generous, what feels tight. Most operators haven't actually experienced their own venue as a stranger in years. And these are the things stopping you noticing exactly what a guest sees. The team question for this episode: what part of the space do we underuse? And what would we change if we treat it as a feature instead of a leftover? That corner, that back section, that upstairs bit, that window? The answers are often the cheapest revenue growth sitting in your business. Before we wrap up this episode, one of the reasons we look at location and space together in our pantry review is because that line between them is thinner than most operators realize. Your location is not just where you are, it's how you're using where you are. If you want help seeing that clearly, what's working, what's not, and what the room is quietly asking for, reach out to us in our email in the show notes. The final episode in Location Series is next. We're pulling this all together, strategic and operational, into something I think is the most underrated move in the hospitality industry right now, location as a long-term leadership decision. Thanks for listening to this episode, and as always, this is your Prep List.